you're going to spend money. That's just a fact of life, especially the moment you get a raise or start earning more than you used to. The real question is what you spend it on first. So today, 10 purchases I genuinely make before anything else. Think of these less as treats and more as prerequisites that quietly pay you back. No hype, no gimmicks, just what actually moves the needle with your money. I'm Jim, and this is where we talk straight about it. Item 1, a genuinely good chef's knife and one good non-stick pan. Nothing fancy, no 8-piece set. The average American spends around $350 a month eating out, over $4,000 a year. And a lot of that is habit, not hunger. The same takeout meal that runs you $15 to $18 often costs $4 to $5 in ingredients cooked at home. Save even $15 a meal 3 or 4 times a week, and that's $2,300 to $3,000 a year. From an upfront investment of maybe $150 to $200 in a solid knife and pan. This is one of the fastest payback purchases on this entire list. Item 2 isn't really a purchase. It's a prerequisite, a basic cashback credit card. Debit cards are safer in one specific way. You can't overspend money you don't have, but every purchase on a debit card is money quietly left on the table. A basic cashback card gets you 1.5 to 2% back on everyday spending. The average American household spends around $77,000 a year. At 2% back, that's over $1,500 a year just for buying things you were already going to buy. The one non-negotiable rule, only do this if you can pay the full balance every single month. The moment you're carrying a balance, the rewards stop mattering. The interest wipes them out many times over. Item 3 isn't something you can hold in your hands, but if you're in your 20s, 30s, or even 40s and don't have one of these yet, it should come before almost anything else on this list. A Roth IRA. You invest money you've already paid tax on, and it grows completely tax-free for retirement. Max it out at $7,500 a year starting in your 20s. Invested in a low-cost index fund averaging around 8% a year, and by 65, you could have close to $1.9 million. Every dollar of it tax-free. And unlike a lot of retirement accounts, you can always withdraw what you originally contributed, penalty-free if you truly need to. It takes about 15 minutes to open one at any major brokerage. The 5 years you wait to start this is the most expensive procrastination on this entire list. Item 4, a reliable used car, not a brand new one. The average new car now runs about $50,000 with an average payment around $750 a month. Meanwhile, a 3 to 5 year old Toyota Camry, Honda Civic, or Mazda 3, the models known for reliability, typically run $18,000 to $22,000, already past the steepest depreciation hit with plenty of life left. Finance $20,000 for a used car instead of $35,000 for a new one at the same rate and term, and you pay roughly $3,400 less in interest alone. Plus, insurance on a new car often runs $100 to $200 more a month. Buy something reliable, not just cheap. The goal isn't a beater, it's a car that gets you from A to B without quietly draining your account every month. Item 5. An actual good mattress. If you live to 80, you'll spend roughly a third of that life asleep, which means the surface you sleep on isn't a small decision, it's one of the biggest square footage purchases of your entire life, just spread out over decades. I spent years buying the cheapest mattress I could find online, waking up with a sore back and wondering why I was tired all the time. Eventually, I bought one sight unseen that I had to return entirely. It showed me a genuinely wasteful experience. The fix was simple. Actually go test one in person before buying. People won't blink at a $1,200 phone, but will hesitate over the same amount on a mattress, even though you'll touch the mattress for a third of your entire life and the phone for a few hours a day. Item 6, an actual desk setup, especially if you work from a laptop all day. A second monitor alone is one of the highest leverage purchases most people never make. More screen space, less neck strain, genuinely more output. Cleveland Clinic has noted that standing desks are linked to better energy and mood, improved circulation and posture, and reduced lower back pain. It's hard to put an exact dollar figure on this one, but people who invest in a real ergonomic setup tend to out-earn the people hunched over a 13-inch laptop screen for 8 hours a day, purely because they can sustain better focus for longer. Item 7, your own skills. Not necessarily another degree. A targeted certificate in data analytics, project management, or AI tools can take a few months and cost as little as a few $100s, and some are even free online. Here's why this beats almost everything else on this list. A knife and pan save you a few thousand a year capped. A reliable car saves you tens of thousands capped. But a $500 certificate that helps you land a role paying $10,000 more a year isn't capped. That's now your new baseline, compounding into every raise and every future negotiation after it. The upside on investing in yourself is the only uncapped line item on this entire video. Item 8, at least one genuinely good personal finance book. According to the National Financial Educators Council's annual survey, poor financial literacy cost the average American about $948 in 2025 alone. Bad debt decisions, missed opportunities, unnecessary fees. Most of us were never taught this in school, and a lot of us inherited whatever habits, good or bad, our parents happen to have. A single $20 to $30 book you actually read more than once is one of the cheapest insurance policies against repeating those same money mistakes for another decade. Item 9, spending money on your health before you have to. Reactive healthcare is almost always more expensive than preventative care. An uninsured ER visit for a non-emergency issue commonly runs $1,500 to $3,000, and serious cases can run into the tens of thousands. An annual physical, regular dental visits, or a physical therapy session to catch a small imbalance before it becomes chronic cost a fraction of that. This includes mental health, which people skip constantly because it doesn't feel urgent. But bad money habits, chasing investment losses, panic selling, impulse spending, are often downstream of something that therapy actually addresses directly. The American healthcare system is built to treat you after something goes wrong. Being proactive is something you have to choose for yourself. Item 10, and the simplest one, a genuinely good pair of everyday shoes. Cheap shoes fall apart fast, and they can quietly cause back, knee, and foot pain long before you notice why. A lot of people end up buying 4 to 6 cheap pairs a year instead of one solid pair that just lasts. A well-made everyday shoe usually runs $100 to $150 and lasts years, not months. When your feet feel good, everything above them tends to feel a little better too. It's a small, unglamorous purchase that pays off every single day you're standing or walking. None of these 10 purchases are exciting. That's kind of the point. They're not treats. They're the foundation everything else gets built on top of. Get these right first, and whatever you spend money on after this actually feels good, instead of quietly working against you. Which one of these 10 do you already have? And which one are you missing? Tell me in the comments. And if this was useful, there's a lot more where it came from. That's the straight talk for today. If it landed, subscribe. There's a new one waiting every week.